Okay, so I'm up here at Table Rock State Park, getting ready to start the Foothills Trail. Kind of a cloudy day. This is the day with the highest chance of rain, 70% I think. Thunderstorms are scheduled from like 2 to 7, so hopefully it won't be too bad, but we'll have to muddle through. But getting past today, it should be good the next few. There's a little chance of rain tomorrow, but mostly cloudy. And then Monday through Wednesday are supposed to be clear. So it should be a beautiful time. About high 50s to 60s out. Very nice. Like I said, as long as the rain isn't too bad. So about ready to get started here at Table Rock. We'll give updates. I plan on doing a daily video for each day on the Foothills Trail. So I'll recap the highlights and we'll see how it goes. See you up there. Okay, so this is Carrot Creek at Table Rock, about half a mile from the nature center there. And most of the early part of Table Rock is this, kind of following this creek. Well, this area is kind of swampy. So we have some downed trees here, and as you can see, some of it's kind of steep, especially with a pack. So I'm gonna get back to it. So you can see here we're on a trail that kind of skirts the valley, goes along just like this. Perfect time of year for this. Trees are starting to bud out and there's kind of a tinge of green, but for the most part there's still no leaves, so it's very, very clear, which is nice. There's a rock face up there. That's part of the Table Rock overface. Back to it. This is another of the outlooks we get from the Table Rock Pinnacle Trail. Again, without the leaves, it's just very open. You can see out there. We just had a few minutes of sun, but probably won't last very long. So this and other overhangs like it are kind of a major feature of this part of the Table Rock Trail. There should be another one coming up with a bit of a not a waterfall, but water coming over the edge. I'll bring it up for you in just a minute. So this is probably the best example of the overhangs on this rock face here. Trail continues down past there. Gonna keep going. So this is just after the 2.5 mile marker. Trail goes up that way. There's I don't know that I've ever been on this part of the trail. Mill Creek Falls. I don't know that I've been down there. This is one of the places that, at least for me, kind of signals a more difficult part of the trail once you get to this part. And the trail definitely was not easy up to here, but it gets even more difficult from here up. A lot of straight climbing up over this, and there's a switch back up that way. So I'm planning on probably being at Bald Knob by 11, and then having lunch at Drawbar Cliffs around 12, and then keep going from there. So so we're approaching, I believe, Mill Creek. There's some beautiful sun out. It's hard to believe it's going to storm, but this can change pretty quick in the mountains. So this is another place where it suddenly gets more difficult after this. Trail goes up there and then a very steep part, just about a half mile. And we'll be on a Bald Knob, but it's a hard half mile. Alright, back to it. Okay, we're at Bald Knob. Look at that view. It's about 10:45. Had a little bit of sun coming up here, but it's kind of getting hazy and cloudy again. Getting ready for the storms at 2, I guess. Elevation up here is 28,049 feet. Oh, look at that, that's pretty. You can see some of the trees are leafing out there. There's Table Rock in the distance. In my opinion, I think this is a better overlook than the Table Rock summit. But take your own opinion on that one. There's a big hawk that flew over just a few minutes ago. I don't know where it landed though. Well, so far it is a beautiful day. I got a whole lot more of it. So I want to have lunch at Drawbar, so I better get moving. Got probably about another mile to go that way. Can't stay and linger too long. I'll tell you, it was a brutal climb up here. This is the most weight I've carried in a while. Most of my other trips were only overnight, and haven't carried as much food. So it's a little different, but doing okay. And gonna keep moving on. Okay, so we just came up that trail. We're here at the Pinnacle Mountain Summit approach, which is that wicked deal right there. We're not doing that. We're doing the Foothills Trail right there. I'll say that this and maybe some of the places around Laurel Valley and the Jocassee Gorges are probably the most strenuous. After today, it's essentially flat to Sassafras Mountain. There's some up and downs, but it's not terrible. And like I said, the Laurel Valley can be a bit rough, but the rest of today should be pretty good. So, gonna keep moving on. So in my experience, this sort of stuff right here, where the trail is torn up, is from boar that have been rooting around trying to find, I don't know, white grubs or worms, something like that. Forest is kind of torn up in there. So, lunchtime at one of my favorite spots. This is Drawbar Cliffs. Beautiful spot, and we still have some sun and hazy but intermittently clear skies. I am starving. I think my metabolism's up from the last time I was here backpacking. I'm just hungry all the time now, which is probably a good thing. Look at that view. Something, huh? Alright, I'm gonna sit down and have some lunch and get back. Biggest cave that I've seen on the Foothills Trail. It's pretty substantial. You could shelter in the rain if you had to. Right up there, it's right below Drawbar Cliffs, part of the rock face from that. So just one of the highlights on this day. So we're coming up here just after the cave I showed you last. This is one of the coolest campsites ever. I haven't camped here personally, it's just not on the right schedule. Still right below Drawbar Cliffs up there. Really cool. Little fire pit there. There's all sorts of, behind these rocks, there's more fire pits and shelter where the rocks overhang. So if it's raining, you could find shelter here. There's, straight ahead, there's water, a little creek, probably another quarter of a mile. So pretty cool. This is a pretty cool campsite. It's on an old logging road. Very flat. There's several sites down here. Excuse me. Like so. I think there's one more down that way. A pretty cool little area. Not really near any water though, at least not that I know of. So this is the place that I usually stop and get water. Here's bridge number 11 for today. We've got some storm clouds kind of gathering. There's still patches of blue, but probably by 2 o'clock it'll be overcast if not raining. So I'm gonna go grab some water, drink some water, and head out again. So this water filtration system is one that I've kind of rigged up myself. It's a Sawyer Complete water system, and I made some adapters that connect it directly to the camelback in my pack. Yeah, it works pretty well. It's gotten more and more kind of sluggish. I've tried flushing the filter out, but that doesn't seem to fix it completely. I've brought a Sawyer Squeeze as backup, and I may just convert to that if it ends up being too troublesome, but we'll see. There's the road up to Sassafras. There's the trail. Boy, I've been ready for that. Okay, let's finish. So this is Sassafras Mountain. Gorgeous views. It ended up not raining so far. There's a little rain on the weather for around 6 or 5 to 6, but it's 40 and 50%, so that may not really happen. Anyway, keep moving. So this is a cool little campsite here. There's some rock shelter there and campfire, and you got water. This is heading to Laurel Valley after Sassafras. So pretty nice. So we're about to head into one of my favorite parts of the trail. Right up through there. This is an old logging road, and they deforested this this part of the mountain, and then planted these white pines up along, and there's just grass and white pines. So it's real nice. I'll show you more. All right, so this is it. This is the old logging road. Really pretty. Still got spots of blue sky. A little overcast. Don't know if it's gonna rain or not. Real pretty area. So this is the Laurel Fork access. I was hoping to camp here, but there's a lot of cars. Nobody here per se, but just a lot of traffic. The other problem is right up here. It's very much like it's about to rain. Very dark clouds. I'm hoping it's supposed to be over by 7, and it's 5:30 now. But I should probably find a higher point. So I may continue up the stairs and see if there's something up there. See you in a bit.